So this is what the home screen of Trello will look like for those of you who belong onto different boards. You can see your various boards that you belong to. Then here in the middle, you have somewhat like a Facebook or Instagram feed of all of the recent updates on your Trello boards. But let's go specifically into our curriculum and instruction Trello board and talk about how this can help us with our One School initiative with curriculum and instruction. Here we have our curriculum and instruction Trello board. Just remember, this is different than the actual document that we are working on, where we are recording all of the standards, both state and national, as well as Pinewood. This Trello board is different in that this is keeping us organized. It is also keeping a record of the work that we are doing to fill that document and get that completed. So the Trello board is divided into 4 different categories as far as our action plans go. We have this first one right here, which is what we're working on right now, our state and national standards, and filling those all in on that CNI document. Then once we do that, we will start putting in our Pinewood academic standards. Some departments have started doing that already, I know. Once that is done, then we are going to identify the gaps. Where are Pinewood academic standards different than the state and national ones? And once again, it's okay if they're different. We are not bound to state and national standards. And then finally, once all of those gaps are explained or reconciled, then we have the final step of making sure that Pinewood's academic standards are aligned with our mission and whisker. Notice that there are different colors here on each of the cards. Each card, and the cards are, these are called cards, and each card is for the different departments. And we don't want these cards divided up between K through 6 and 7 through 12. We have it divided up for the document, but not for the cards, because this is where we are keeping a record for our whole One School K through 12 departments. So please do not create new cards for the different campuses. So on these cards, you'll notice that we have these different colors up here. The different colors show us where you are in the process. So the teal color is telling us that you are in process of completing that. And then the green color tells us that you have not yet started this part of the action plan. When you want to say that you are complete, you go over to labels, and then you press the complete and then get rid of the in progress. And so that way we know that Language Arts has completed putting in their state and national standards K through 12. Since that hasn't happened yet, we will go back and change that. So we'll get rid of complete and we will put in progress. So very easy on changing the labels. Also, the description has already been filled out, what you're supposed to do for this section. And then for the to-do items, please, this is where you can differentiate between the different campuses. So notice here that K through 6 has put their to-do item, and 7 through 12 has put their to-do item. I'll show you a few others. We can go down to PE. Here, they have actually by campuses. So K through 2, 3 through 6, 7 through 10, they will check this off as soon as they have put in their national standards in the template. They can check it off and we know that they are done. Something else that you can do, and I'll go into visual arts. For those of you who are assigning each other to-do items, you can go into an action item. So I'm going to go to lower campus here and notice that the lower campus art teacher's name is here and there has been put a due date. So you can assign people to do the action plan and you can put in a due date. And if all is working well, they get little reminders sent into their email box reminding them that they have that due date. So in order to do that, you just press there you can put in the due date, then press the little person. You can add the person's name who's responsible for that action item, and then that should be sent to them, and then you've made a record of that. So this activity section is more just general statements about what you have done. So notice I have put in that August 12th meeting that we all had. There should be a record that you have all met. I know that on September 13th, they put in that they're meeting again. And so when you have these meetings planned, or if you have already met, make sure you keep this on the record of all of the things that you've been doing to create this document. And so once you are done with the state and national standards, then the same thing, move on over to Pinewood, your new card for where you are putting Pinewood's academic standards. And notice this is blank. So I know that soon everyone's going to be starting putting in academic standards, so you can start filling out these cards just like you did with the rest. And finally, you can invite people right up here to your Trello board. If there's someone in your department that can't access it, you can invite them and they'll get a link sent to their email so they can go into the Trello board. If you have any questions, ask myself or Bill Bates, and let's keep this up to date and timely, and it will be a great tool to use to keep us organized, again, as well as keeping a record of what we're doing. And it also will help the One School initiative directors kind of know where everybody is as we plan out some of our half-day professional development. So thank you and have fun with Trello.